Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Reser Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Oregon State Beavers offense takes the field for the first time today. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Johnson wants to throw it. He makes the connection. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Caught over the middle. It's Carr. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the stick.
Oh, he wants it all. Breaks it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Carr. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen, almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to.
What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, gets you a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Card. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Riley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Should have ran a better route.
A third and long coming up here. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They get through and it's blocked. Defense has it. Speeding down the left side. The 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Beavers! And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there. And
just plowing down the field. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? On 1st down from the 13-yard line. He's going to pass. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon State, 21, Arizona, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. First down and 10. He wants to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Getting some heat. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
He's back to throw on second down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good...
The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive.
Encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. They'll give it to Johnson. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Gain of 1. Second down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Johnson looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The handoff to Johnson. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that through.
And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Beavers have this offense rolling. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Toss sweep to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to keep that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, in this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Direct snap. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a...
And they got him for the sack. Arizona right back to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You can tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the ground with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Research Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So USC's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense. They're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
The give from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And he makes the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Carr. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Oregon State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play, Well, they did on that one. A first down for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's going to pass on second down. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's. And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Looking to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your back.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Johnson wants to throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Finds him out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for the quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Snap in the shotgun. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 15. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. They'll throw it on first down. Snags it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll just keep slinging it. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Card. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game here. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
They'll try to run for it. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And it's not a decision time. You're going for this. You're near midfield. Sometimes those punts will go in the back of the end zone. You're going to net like 25, 30 yards at the most. No. Get the big boy pads on. Strap the extra mouthpiece. Let's go get the first down.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field, but the gamble paid off.
The Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against the guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
And that pass picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Nice grab. Good footwork. Everything you want on the completion. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes one man miss.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pulls it in, it's Lane. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Trojans!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
14, Oregon State, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's see what they've got on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon State!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point. But this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ballgame.
On second down, looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good mood.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out.
He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football.
He's going to throw deep right side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. The interception stopped the threat, and the even better.
And they'll take
Field and gets it to the 49.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Pulls and fires complete. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
2nd down coming up. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got him in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few.
Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. On the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up 14 over Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Johnson wants to throw it. He makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Lewis. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like to just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man downfield. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The offense lining up for a first down play. Johnson looking to throw. They're working that left side.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the Heat gets there, and they
pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left side. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, it's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the tailback. Ran through the contact. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the
Offense.
call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. They'll go to the ground. And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Beavers will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking off. On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to make their way to the promised land on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Card. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. He finds his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on first down. It's caught.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fakes the catch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quarterback will audible. Johnson wants to throw it, trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Beavers moving quickly to the line. From the gun, looking for a man. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. On second down, they'll take to the air.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.